October 30th, 2019, Game 7 of the World Series. The Astros are up 1 run in the 7th inning after giving up a home run to Anthony Rendon. A.J. Hinch decides to go to the bullpen. Earlier in the game, there was a guy that was warming up, but this wasn't just any guy. This guy had pitched 5 games already in the playoffs. 4 of those appearances were considered quality starts, one of which was just 3 days prior, where he pitched 7 innings, allowed only 3 hits, and struck out 9 batters. He was the surefire candidate to finish that 7th inning, maybe even pitch the 8th. Well, we know what happened instead. A.J. Hinch turned to Will Harris, and this happened.
That's down the right field line into the corner. This ball is gone for a home run!
So A.J. Hinch may have lost the World Series for the Astros. Many people were confused as to why he did not bring in Gerrit Cole. He was on 2 days rest, so he could pitch at least an inning or 2. So why did A.J. Hinch do this? There was actually a pretty good reason that I didn't know about until I researched this video. Gerrit Cole and A.J. Hinch came into an agreement that Cole would not come in the middle of an inning and would not come into a losing game. Well, Greinke was playing great when he came into the 7th inning and had only thrown 73 pitches, so he wasn't going to be taken out. It was just a bad situation all around. But that is not the point of this intro. The point is that everyone was shocked that Gerrit Cole was not brought in. Most fans did not know of this agreement between Cole and Hinch, but they were still understandably shocked that he did not come in to pitch Game 7. There seems to be a pretty good consensus that Gerrit Cole was the best pitcher in baseball last season, or at least in the American League. Now he's going to become the highest paid pitcher ever, and I want to talk about why he will receive that money. Gerrit Cole was drafted 28th overall by the New York Yankees in 2008. That seems like a long time ago. Well, that's because he did not sign with the Yankees and he elected to go to college instead, despite the Yankees offering a $4 million signing bonus, which was over the recommended slot amount. He attended UCLA for 3 seasons, along with future All-Star pitcher Trevor Bauer. Cole showed solid numbers during his college years, notably in the strikeout department. His improvement as a pitcher during his college career convinced the Pittsburgh Pirates to select him 1st overall in the 2011 MLB draft, as well as giving him an $8 million signing bonus. According to a draft review at the time by MLB.com, 3 years in college have done nothing but improve Cole's stock. Cole looks and throws like a future ace, with 3+ power pitches. His fastball is 92 to 99 miles per hour, and sits comfortably at 95 to 96 deep into starts. His hard slider comes in at 88 to 90 miles per hour, and even his changeup is 88 to 90 miles per hour. By the 2013 preseason, Cole was ranked at number 9 on the top prospect list, after a couple of great seasons in the minors. After a few injuries, the Pirates decided to promote Cole, and he had his first career start on June 11, 2013. The first batter he faced, he struck him out. The final pitch was a 99 miles per hour heater that flew right past his bat. He was taken out after 6 1/3 innings, allowing 7 hits and only 2 runs. He actually only threw 2 strikeouts in that game. But look at the fans cheering after his first strikeout. That's what really mattered. Everyone thought he was special. The sky was the limit for Gerrit Cole. He finished the season with some pretty impressive numbers for a rookie. In 19 starts and 117 1/3 innings pitched, he had a 10-7 record, 3.22 ERA, 111 ERA+, and 100 strikeouts. These are some pretty solid numbers. Unfortunately, his 2014 season was not so great, as he missed some starts with a shoulder injury. The numbers did not improve too much from the previous season, but an interesting stat to look at was his strikeouts per 9 innings. This jumped from 7.7 in his rookie season to 9 in his sophomore season. This is a stat to keep an eye out on for the duration of Cole's career thus far. 2015 was the breakout season for Gerrit Cole. In his first full season in the majors, Cole was an all-star. With good reason too, as by the All-Star break, Cole had a 13-3 record and 2.30 ERA. While he did finish the season with some great numbers, what will ultimately be remembered is the end to the season, where Pittsburgh lost in the wild card, where Cole gave up 4 earned runs and 2 home runs in 5 innings pitched, sending the Pirates home despite a 98-win season. There are still some nice takeaways from this season. Cole finished 4th in Cy Young voting, and finished with over 200 strikeouts for the first time in his career. There was still promise for Cole. Unfortunately, he couldn't pitch a full season in 2016 due to nagging injuries. The season itself was a regression from his great 2015 season. As a team, the Pirates finished under 500. Cole did the same thing as he finished with a 7-10 record, a 3.88 ERA, the worst hits per 9 of his career at a 10.2, and a diminishing Ks per 9 was 7.6. On the surface, Cole's 2017 season looked far worse, but when you dig deeper, it might have actually been an improvement. His hits per 9, whip, and walks per 9 went down, as his Ks per 9 went up. However, he did allow the most home runs of his career with 31. As Pittsburgh was clearly in rebuild mode, they needed to part with their key players. One of those players was Gerrit Cole. Now we are in Houston. Houston has now been proven to be filled with forward-thinking, analytical experts. Allegedly some cheaters too. In 2017, we didn't really know the extent of Houston's influence on their pitchers. Today, we can see so much. There are two players you have to look at to see Houston's influence at work: Justin Verlander and Gerrit Cole. Well, this video is not about Justin Verlander, so out you go. Say hi to Kate Upton for me. 2018, the first season for Gerrit Cole in Houston. It could be a difficult transition for Cole. He is moving from a more neutral park in Pittsburgh to a hitter's park in Houston. But you always have to be optimistic. Oh my god, he became an ace. I mean, I did not expect that sort of improvement. In his first month alone, he made his mark, as he finished the month with 61 strikeouts, the most by an Astros pitcher in a month. Let's just compare his 2017 and 2018 seasons. Literally every single stat that needed to improve, well, improved. And then some. Notably his ERA, ERA+, whip, and hits per 9. I will mention his impressive rise in strikeouts from 196 to 276, as well as his rise in strikeouts per 9, but I'll dive deeper into that later. Let's get into the present. 2019. What did Gerrit Cole do this past season? Oh, nothing much, only become baseball's strikeout king. Just when you thought he couldn't get any better, he improved on almost every stat from the 2018 season. You name it. Wins, ERA, ERA+, whip, walks per 9, hits per 9, and of course, strikeouts and Ks per 9. He could win the American League Cy Young. It'll be a battle between him and his possible former teammate, Justin Verlander. Verlander might have the edge because he had the most WAR of any pitcher in the league and also threw 300 strikeouts, but we'll have to wait and see. Just a quick random stat I want to throw in. In 2015, Gerrit Cole had only one game with double-digit strikeouts. In 2019, he had 21. That's 64% of his starts from this past season. He had a record of 15-2 in those starts. Just something I wanted to throw out there. You know, just to show that he is now the strikeout king, and while he will be paid big bucks this offseason. Probably won't sign until February, cause, you know, probable MLB lockout stuff. Video coming soon. Well, there you have it, an up-to-date career arc of Gerrit Cole. But there are still some things that need to be analyzed, like how did he improve so drastically when he moved to Houston? Remember when I mentioned to look out for his strikeouts per 9? Well, let's see if we can find a correlation between this and his spin rate. Here's a graph showing Gerrit Cole's strikeouts per 9 rates since 2015. Now let's compare this graph with another graph showing Cole's spin rates on his four-seam fastball since 2015. Unfortunately, StatCast only started sharing this advanced data in 2015, so that's why I'm starting the strikeouts per 9 graph in 2015, so it can be aligned with the spin rate data. 2015 is actually a good place to start for Cole since this was his initial breakout season. As you can see, there is definitely a correlation between Cole's increasing strikeout per 9 rates and his increasing spin rates as he joined Houston in 2018. In 2019, Cole's spin rate on his fastball was 2,530 RPM. The average MLB spin rate on a four-seam fastball is about 2,287, placing Cole in the 96th percentile in the league for fastball spin rate. Now that we know his fastball is incredible, making that a key reason as to why his Ks per 9 and strikeout rate has trended upward since joining Houston, let's look at the progression of spin rate on Cole's most used pitches: the four-seam fastball, slider, and curveball. Again, we see that all of these pitches increased in spin rate, most notably his slider, increasing nearly 700 RPM since 2015, a great reason as to why Cole's strikeout numbers have skyrocketed. Interestingly, when looking at the Baseball Savant chart, Gerrit Cole decreased the usage of his sinker when he went to Houston and started relying on his curveball more. Now his curveball spin rate ranks in the 94th percentile. Just something I thought was interesting. One more little tidbit. Baseball Savant's leaderboards go back to 1950. So I wanted to look at Gerrit Cole's strikeout rate and compare it to past pitchers. I wanted to see where he ranked among the strikeout greats, like Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, you know, Hall of Famers. Well, he had the best season of all time in terms of strikeout rate. Now look, there's a chance that this chart could be flawed, but strikeout rates are not a tough stat to calculate. It's just total strikeouts divided by total batters faced. It's not some ridiculous formula. Now, I would have tried to convert some of the percentages myself so I could confirm that this chart is accurate. However, I could not find a plate appearances stat for the older pitchers. So while I could not totally confirm the accuracy of this chart, in my mind, Gerrit Cole had the best strikeout season ever. Even better than the 2 seasons Pedro Martinez pitched that Foolish Baseball proclaimed as the 2 best pitching seasons of all time. Yeah, that's right, Foolish Baseball. I'm calling you out. Just kidding, you make great videos. Now, I'm fully expecting you Matt Kilroy fans to come at me and say, well, actually, Matt Kilroy had the best strikeout season ever because he threw the most strikeouts in a season. In 1886, he threw 513 strikeouts, which is more than what Gerrit Cole threw this past season. So clearly, Matt Kilroy had the best strikeout season ever. And my response to that is, well, Kilroy threw 583 innings that season, so his Ks per 9 was 7.9. Gerrit Cole's Ks per 9 was almost double that. And since I prefer efficiency over quantity, Cole had the better season. So take that, Matt Kilroy fans. I know there's a lot of you. And there you have it. Houston has been ahead of the game for a long time, causing many of their pitchers to benefit. For Gerrit Cole, he will be benefiting financially in the offseason. So the question looms, is Gerrit Cole baseball's best pitcher? There's definitely an argument to be made, but there is no doubt that he is baseball's new strikeout king. It'll be interesting to see that if Gerrit Cole does sign with another team, if his numbers diminish in any way, specifically his spin rate, and how that affects his performances on his new team. How much will he be paid? There are many estimates as to how much he will be paid this offseason, but there is no doubt in my mind that he will become baseball's highest paid pitcher. And hopefully his reign as baseball's strikeout king lasts long enough for all fans to enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.